5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Two white Muslims.
Go.
Assalamu alaikum
Wa rahmatullahi
wa barakatuh.
My name's Junaid Rahim,
And my name's Muhammad Yusuf Bashforth.
and affectionately we're known as...
The Two White Muslims.
You know, there's a few good reasons for that. Firstly,
Well, there are two of us.
secondly,
We're white.
and most importantly,
Alhamdulillahi Rabbil Alameen. We're both Muslim.
we're broadcasting live from the British Muslim Heritage Centre.
Here in Whalley Range in sunny Manchester.
Well, it's not always sunny.
Well, it is Manchester. Assalamu alaikum
Wa rahmatullahi.
wa barakatuh.
I tried pulling that, and I now realise that is extended just about as far as it's going to go. So I'm now moving my chair closer to it. But as my feet are up on another chair, that's proving more difficult than I thought it might. Because every time I leaned, I moved further away.
These chairs are on wheels.
Chairs on wheels. I'm on two chairs.
And yeah, you are. You are.
Basically.
Half of you is
I'm
on
on
one chair.
one, my
the other
feet are
half
on another.
is on another.
Some people would look and go, "Oh, that's absolutely terrible." Ah, well, never mind.
Yeah, you look and think, how rude.
Yes,
Somebody's got to sit on that seat.
yes.
Yes.
So I have my feet dangling off.
Yes.
So it's my calves.
Bothered? Nah.
My calves that are actually on the chair. And am I bothered? No,
No.
I'm
No.
clean.
Face bothered? No.
No,
Not at all.
Am I bothered? Am I bothered? Oh dear. So that's me. Yes, nice and comfy. Do you know? I think we need to stay on track today.
On track?
Yeah,
What? Well, we never stay on track.
we never stay on. I know we
So
never stay on.
So why
track.
is today any different?
Well, fair comment. Fair comment.
And,
But
you know what's going to happen? If we say we're going to stay on track today,
Yes.
what's guaranteed to happen?
well, we won't stay on track.
Absolutely
We will
not.
divert. We will go off on one.
We're just talking.
as they say.
We just start talking about other stuff.
Yes.
It just fills
It
our
just
heads and
happens.
comes out.
We've done it now.
I know. We just did. I know. And anything will do. Anything will do.
Yes.
You know what we can even talk about is on our journey in this morning. We went to Asda.
Yes.
Other supermarkets are available.
Oh, of course,
but they're
available.
not open at that time in
Yes.
the morning.
Yeah.
So we went there.
Yes.
And we stocked ourselves up for the day with good food provisions.
We did.
What did we get?
Pot
Bag of jam
noodles,
donuts and
jam
pot noodles.
crisps, and to be fair, you got a banana.
I got a banana. And we got milk, so we can have.
When the
free
banana was
flowing
put
tea and coffee.
in the bag with all that stuff, it did recoil a little bit. I could see it. It kind of went.
The banana went. Oh,
Yeah.
Whoa.
Ow.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah. Oh, we got some milk as well.
Yeah.
Yes.
What I'm. I mean, I've just sampled, as you do. First thing.
Yes.
As you do. I've just sampled a Kipling apple pie.
Apple pie. Absolutely.
To say that it's, I think, you know, when they say guaranteed free from preservatives and food colouring
Yes.
and blah blah blah.
Yes.
I think this is guaranteed free from anything natural
anything
at all.
But preservatives made from.
Made from
Made of.
preservatives and food colouring agents.
Yes. Yes.
And all the nasties and stuff.
golly.
It's crazy, but it
I'll
tastes
tell you what.
so good.
Oh no! Do you know one of my favourite things is an apple pie with cream. One of my favourite things.
It's just.
One of my
it's
other
hev-
favourite things is a
it's-
scone with
it's-
jam and cream.
You mean scone?
Scone.
Scone.
With a scone with jam and cream. We got into the big debate, didn't we?
Yeah.
The debate that divides.
It divides the nation. It does.
It does.
It does.
Scone or scone.
Yeah.
And people will give silly examples like, you see, my example would be, how do you spell stone? S-T-O-N-E. How do you say it? You say it's stone. Therefore, it's a scone. And then other people give silly examples and say, how do you spell gone?
Yes.
G-O-N-E. Therefore,
So it's
scone.
gone.
Yes.
No, it's gone.
Ridiculous.
Yeah.
Ridiculous. It's a scone. So I do. I enjoy it.
So
I
says
like
you.
it. The more
And
I
I'm
keep
entitled
speaking,
to
the
my
more I keep
opinion.
speaking, the more I keep
And
speaking,
my
you can't
opinion-
get the cup again, and you'll
my
forget.
opinion
You'll forget.
is that it
your,
is
your
scone.
butterfly brain.
Scone,
Your
scone,
butterfly
scone,
brain.
scone.
I just got to get your butterfly blade to land on another lily pad of content.
to a non-scone subject. What's the fastest bun on the shelf?
To be fair, I do like this. Go on.
Scone.
Scone. Brilliant. But you know what did happen this morning?
See, you can't tell that joke with your scone.
No, I can't actually.
You can't
What's
tell
the
that
fastest
joke.
thing in the world? Scone. Don't get it.
It doesn't work. It doesn't work.
Don't get it.
Doesn't
Don't
work.
get it. Don't get it.
You
Don't
see,
work.
you're missing out. You're
Don't get
missing out. You are missing out on pure humour.
Pure humour.
I can say that your humour is now tainted.
Did I tell you about when
Your humour is deficient.
it's deficient? It's defunct.
It is.
Did I tell you about when child number one?
You're no longer a funny guy.
But that we do know. To look at, yes. To listen to, no. But the good lady is of Pakistani heritage, but was raised in Glasgow.
Yes.
So she has a Scottish accent.
Yes.
So she can do the joke. What's the difference between Bing Crosby and Walt Disney? Bing sings, but Walt Disney. And it works with a Glaswegian accent.
Yes.
Child number one tried that and went, Daddy, what's the difference between Bing Crosby and Walt Disney? Bing sings and Walt doesn't. Oh, bless.
Oh, brilliant.
Oh, my goodness.
Brilliant.
Oh,
fantastic.
Dear.
Anyway, where are we?
Well, we have a list.
We have a list.
We're going to try and work through this. If for no other reason, there's one of these on here I absolutely must discuss.
Shall we start with that one?
I think we should. start with that one.
Okay.
But on the little list,
I want
to look at centre parks.
Okay.
And what they're proposing to do near us.
Really?
Yes. Wait for this one. You are going to I can see you're interested already.
I am.
You are going to because how cool is centre parks?
Brilliant.
Full stop.
Well, okay. Right. Let me clarify here.
Okay.
I've never been.
Isn't that weird?
But I know people that have.
Yes.
And everybody says it's fantastic.
Amazing. It's amazing.
Yeah.
Well, get ready.
Okay.
Get ready. I have some amazing news about Tom Cruise.
Okay.
It is brilliant
news. Do you know what? I like
about
Tom Cruise.
I like Tom Cruise.
I've always liked him.
Cruise. Yes.
I mean, his belief structure's a little bit...
Yeah, well, that's a little bit freaky.
Okay.
Yes.
But I'll forgive him that because
but he does
the way that he
acts
and his action movies are brilliant.
Amazing.
Love them.
Amazing.
Love them.
A few good men.
Do you know what?
Come on.
Talk
to me, Goose.
I thought that he was just one of these, overrated, overpaid, over-egged Hollywood stars.
Yes.
Until I saw Born on the 4th of July.
Yeah.
And then I realised that man is an actor.
Yep.
Of the skill.
Yes.
In that guy and the way that his screen presence is incredible.
It's amazing. I would add to that Jerry Maguire as well.
Yeah.
His acting in Jerry Maguire.
Do you know, I've been told so many times. I've been ordered by my daughter
to watch it.
You must watch that
it's
film.
Brilliant.
And I haven't seen it yet.
It's brilliant. And there's these little bits where... do you know who I absolutely love at the moment?
Go on.
Hugh Jackman.
Oh, he's brilliant.
Because he can convey a gambit of emotion with one tiny movement of his eyebrow.
Yes.
Tom Cruise does a little bit of that.
Yep.
Does a tiny little bit of that in Jerry Maguire, where just what he's portraying just through movement and it's brilliant.
Yep.
Brilliant.
So
I've got some great news about Tom Cruise.
The Greatest Showman.
Yes.
Have you seen it?
Oh, it's amazing.
You can't not see it.
Brilliant.
And I was dragged kicking and screaming. I don't want to see this.
Me too.
It's just rubbish musical all about. Oh no.
Yep.
Oh, do I really have to sit through this?
Yep.
And then you look at the way that it's filmed, the
Yes.
way that it's shot, the lighting, the costumes, the sets,
the
and then
that it gives you.
And then the songs,
Yes.
the album, and how many millions has it sold worldwide?
My well, child number
it's
2,
just brilliant.
Yeah, child number 2,
and Hugh Jackman,
it's
who is what's that character with the character in X-Men? Wolverine.
Wolverine.
It's hard to imagine that they're the same person.
That would be that, absolutely.
Yeah. And his singing voice, the way that he carries himself on set is incredible.
Yes.
Yeah. What a great guy.
It's incredible. Well, you say, have I seen it? Well, I was dragged kicking and screaming.
Yeah.
Because child number 2 was, I want to go see it, I want to go see it, I want to go see it, I want to go see it. And we missed it at the cinema.
Yeah.
And then I felt a little bit guilty.
Yeah.
So you can buy on Sky.
You can.
And if you buy on Sky and pay for something like an extra £1, you get the DVD as well.
Ah, right.
So, because the fear at the back of my mind is, well, what if Sky goes defunct, or, I've lost my thing.
Yeah.
Or, no, I mean, first of all, that's not going to happen. Number 2, you get the DVD anyway.
Brilliant.
So we ordered it as a surprise for her. And then she made us watch it on that very first morning.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh, crack, well, you know, show willing, sit there.
Yeah.
We watched it 3 times that day.
Yeah. It's just fantastic.
It's brilliant. It is.
Loved it. Loved it. So if you haven't, guys, if out there, if you haven't seen it yet, it's one of the best feel-good movies you'll see in years. Brilliant.
Now, just for the pendulum
anyway,
to swing...
that's got nothing to do with Tom Cruise.
Nothing to do with Tom Cruise. For the pendulum to swing the other way, a Tory MP has me with my head in my hands yet again. Because of what they're proposing.
Hang on a minute. Let's just get this straight, shall we? All Tory MPs have me with my head in my hands.
This is just... shall we just say an MP then? Because this isn't a political... It's just what the... And you're thinking, no, you're here to represent the view of the populace, not your own view. We don't vote MPs in for the MPs to do what they want.
No,
we
to
vote
impose
MPs
their
in.
views.
Yeah, we vote MPs in to impose the will of the
That's
people.
what representative democracy is all about.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
So
we can't all have a say,
Yeah.
so we vote people in that will say on our behalf.
Yes.
They represent
Not go off on one saying,
not go off on one
I want to do
with
is...
their opinion.
Do you?
Yeah.
Do you? So have a little look at that. Want to consider generally tyres.
Okay.
Tyres, an amazing technological advance, medical technological advance.
Okay.
It's mind blowing.
Okay.
Mind blowing. And then there was a little report I saw about the NHS which made me giggle. So we might just pop that one in.
Don't get me started with NHS.
Where several £1 million a year goes.
Don't get me started.
Could be cured overnight. Could be cured overnight. But there we go. So that's my list.
That's a list.
That's my list.
That's a cracking list. I'm looking forward to that.
Anything you want to add to that? Other than pot noodles, bananas, and maybe a jam donut?
Yes.
Oh, go on.
Deja vu.
Ooh. I've
we
heard that name somewhere before. What was that? Phil, top secret.
I've got a feeling we talked about this.
Yeah.
I've got that strange feeling.
Yes.
We've done this before.
Have you ever seen the film Top Secret?
No.
And it's Val Kilmer as a very young chap,
right?
And he's like an American singer.
Yep.
He's like Elvis. Do you know what I mean?
Yep.
And he's been promoted, and he goes for whatever reason to Germany, and he's asked to spy at the same time. Mm-hmm. But he goes to Germany, and when it goes to Germany, it's all World War II. And because it's back when the Iron Curtain was up, it's a very, very old movie, actually, probably 20 odd years old. And it took me a while to realise it's set in the present day. Okay. But when he goes into Germany, it's all, you know what I mean, the Nazi guards and in one regard, terrible, but just so funny for all lines. It was like Naked Gun, Police Squad,
Yeah.
And is introduced to the French Resistance. And the French Resistance are called things like fromage frais and, chocolat mousse. And it says, what's your name? Deja vu. I'm sure I've heard that name somewhere before. Yeah. You know what I mean? Classic. Absolute class. Brilliant.
Excellent.
So, yes, one of those funnies that, but so old now that I think about it. I probably saw that when I was maybe 10. Yeah. So that's 38 years ago.
Absolutely.
My goodness.
It's hard to believe that,
It is hard to believe.
Hard to believe.
That is extraordinary. That shows how young he was when he did the film.
Yeah, yeah.
Sorry, I drifted there.
Amazing.
Drifted.
Amazing.
The passage of time.
Anyway, listen. Great list.
Yes.
Looking forward to every second of it.
We need to move on to do that.
But to do that, we have to do this first.
Yes.
Assalamu alaikum.
Wa rahmatullahi.
Wa barakatuh.
Oh, I've got a good one here.
Have you?
Oh, I've got a good one here.
Are we actually going to do something?
We're actually going to do something off the list. I know, and I'm going straight into this one just because I'm excited.
Go on.
To put it in front of you.
Go on then.
What have you heard about Centre Parks?
I've only heard good things.
Yep.
Yeah, I've heard people that have been, people that go regularly.
Yep.
People that take the families.
Yes.
People that just go as couples.
Yep.
And everyone comes back, and it's a unanimously positive experience.
I hear the same thing.
And
I've never been.
Love it. I've never been.
Never been, but I've heard it's amazing.
Yes, so have I. So For families,
yes,
yeah, it's a great experience. Yeah,
yes.
My understanding.
Yep, same here.
And it's something that I've actually fancied doing for quite some years. But just never got round to it.
I love going to Clumber Park and things like that.
Love
imagine
that place.
if you go somewhere where you've got everything on
shall we just big up Clumber Park?
Oh, Clumber Park's amazing.
It's fantastic.
When you go to Clumber Park, what must you do?
Hire a bike.
Hire a bike.
Yeah, you can't
hire
not.
a bike.
And they have hundreds of bikes for hire. And it's
and you go to Clumber Park
few quid.
to hire a bike.
Yeah, and you go there, you hire a bike each.
You do.
And there are all manner of different types of bikes, including tandems.
Yes.
And it's not the old-fashioned tandems. These are proper suspension mountain bikes. Tandem style.
Yes.
And then you can get... my Mrs. Blessed never learnt how to ride a bike.
Wow.
I've taught her recently, and she can now ride a bike. Without stabilizers, and she it's funny to watch, but she can actually ride a bike. But we got her a 3-wheeler.
Yeah, why not?
And that was fine.
I thought you were going to say you got one of the trailer things, because you can get the trailer things for the kids.
No, the first time we went, we got a tandem.
Yes.
Now, I'm a bit of a daredevil on a bike.
I can imagine.
And I don't mind going into ditches and back out the other side and pulling wheelies and all that kind of stuff and banking over corners and et cetera, because I used to just
we did that
do it as a kid.
Of course we did, yeah.
I spent most of my life on my bike as a kid.
Absolutely, yes. Yeah. It was freedom.
So, with my missus on the back, first of all, getting her pedalling
what I'm going to say
was tough.
I would imagine setting off would be tough. I was just thinking, because as a minimum, you need to understand balance.
Yes.
So if you're at the front trying to do the back, and you've got somebody at the back doesn't know that if they lean to the left, they're making it very difficult.
That's right.
And then if they lean to the left, they make it very difficult. And if they don't pedal, they're making it very difficult. That would be a real challenge to have somebody that can't ride as your.
It would
have been a nightmare.
It was tough.
Yeah.
Did
you take it straight back and say no?
No. Setting off was tough. Right, but I managed it.
Okay.
And then eventually I got her to build the confidence to pedal. So at least when we were going uphill, it wasn't all down to me. all to me.
We'll get off and walk.
I was exhausted.
I'll bet.
Yeah, but going uphill. But when it came to going downhill, she was petrified.
Really?
Yeah, she didn't mind going on the flat or going uphill. That was fine. But going downhill, she was petrified.
Golly.
She felt she was going to lose control.
Golly.
Yeah? Well, she had already lost control.
She had no control because
I was in control.
Yeah. Get ready.
But, and I did a few daredevil things like I used to do because that's just natural to me. And she didn't like that at all.
Wow.
So we decided the following time we went to Clumber Park.
Yes.
I'll get my own mountain bike. And you can have your own bike, love.
Yes.
Well, what kind of bike can I have?
What can I have then?
You can have one of those with 3 wheels. You can't fall off it.
Yeah.
Brilliant.
Yeah.
And you should have seen the thing. It was fantastic. It was such that myself and 2 daughters travelled about 10 yards in front, not wanting to be associated with...
Did it have little flags on it?
No, seriously, it was fine. It was fine. But she'd go uphill and she'd go on the flat. But when it come to a downhill bit, she got off.
Oh, really?
Actually got off and pushed the
thing downhill.
It
would be more difficult to push it downhill than up. Because you're physically trying to stop it.
I know. It was.
Oh, so right. Am I preaching to the converted?
It was more difficult.
Wow.
And we used to fly down the hill.
Yes.
Because that's your prize, isn't it?
Yep.
That's
why
you do all the hard
you pedal upward. Absolutely.
That's why you do all that. Your prize is the downhill bit, which is just wind in your hair.
Yes.
Freedom. It's beautiful.
Absolutely.
And we had to wait at the bottom for the missus to catch up.
Oh my goodness.
It was crazy.
Which defeats the object because the other point of going downhill fast is so that you get a bit of...
You get some of
the flat where you don't have to... You get some free time
on the flat, yeah.
Yes.
Absolutely.
Oh.
Or you get some help going up the other side.
Yes, absolutely. Momentum, it's called.
Yes,
momentum.
I was grasping for that word.
Yes.
Thank you.
Yes.
Thank you. Momentum.
So that's me going to... And you, as it would be going to Clumber Park.
Yep.
So in my head... Centre Parks is Clumber Park with bells on.
Yeah,
Do you know what I mean? Just
Clumber
a million
Park,
times better.
Well, you don't have to worry about the weather.
The weather, exactly.
Brilliant.
But you can go in the forest, you can go in the woods, you can go swimming, you do everything.
Yep.
In my head. Are you ready?
Go on.
Are you ready? Developers have outlined ambitious plans to build an all-inclusive holiday destination at Pugneys Country Park.
No. That's fantastic news.
You know where Pugneys Country Park is?
I know exactly where Pugneys Country Park is. It's about 2 miles away from where I live.
Likewise.
Fantastic.
Boldly claiming it could even become Wakefield's own version of Centre Parks. Wow, they're doing it in Wakey.
Oh, come
They're looking to build one in Wakey.
That's brilliant.
How cool is Pugneys?
I like Pugneys. I love
Me
it.
too.
I love it. I used to go there with daughter number 2.
Oh, right.
Daughter number 2.
Yep.
And me and daughter number 2 would hire a kayak each.
Oh,
and we would go out into the middle of Pugneys.
Phenomenal.
Rain, shine, didn't matter. Didn't care.
Yeah.
We just loved the freedom of kayaking around that lake.
Well, when we had the
fantastic.
2, just the 2, and they were younger, and the bikes would fit in the car, we would take them, and we'd walk, and they'd cycle all the way around Pugneys. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Brilliant.
Yeah.
We struggle now. Can't get 3 bikes in.
Oh.
It's a real problem. We've even looked at, can we get a thing for the back or what? You know what I mean?
Cycle
because it was just so much fun. It was lovely.
Yep.
Lovely. Used to love doing that.
When Mrs. used to do running.
Oh, yes. Yeah.
And she built herself up to doing a 10K. And she did a 10K, and it was Wakefield's cancer.
Sponsor thing.
Whatever. It was running sponsored running for cancer.
Yes.
And she did the 10K. She came in actually at a reasonable time.
Wow.
Yeah, she did really well. But on that day, myself, my 2 daughters decided that they wanted to do some running as well, and there was a fun run.
Yes.
Which went all the way around the lake.
Right.
Yeah.
Brilliant.
And I thought, well, at this age, I can't let them do that on their own.
Yes.
I'd better join them.
Yeah. Thinking it's not far.
It's not that bad.
It is, isn't it? Is it about 3 miles or something?
It was
certainly more than 1.
It was about 6 times longer than I wanted to run. Honestly. And they kept looking back over the shoulder and saying, come on, Dad.
Come on, Dad.
What's wrong with you?
It's not far. Yeah. Oh.
It was terrible.
It's one of those things.
I made it round at the end.
Sometimes you look at things, you think, oh, it doesn't look that far. I remember we went to Wales years ago as a kid.
Yep.
Went to Wales and we stayed at this place and it had a harbour, a quay thing,
yep.
harbour. And I was stood at one side of the harbour and thought, hey, it's not that far to the other side. I was only about 12.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So got in, started swimming across, and about halfway thought, this is a nightmare. I don't know if I can make that. You know what I mean? And you're at that point where you've got no choice. Yep. It's like the old joke about the guy who he was going to swing the English Channel, but he got halfway, got really tired, so he turned back.
Yeah,
you know what I mean. Once you're halfway, you are past the point of no return.
That's right.
Things often look not quite as bad, and then once you start it, disaster.
Yeah, and in that water, which is freezing.
Yes,
it is.
Yeah,
it is freezing
and deep because it's a harbour.
Your body shuts down.
Yes.
Things stop working.
Yep.
And that's why people get into such bother.
Yeah.
You know, it's just like in high summer, the temptation is to go and have a dip in the reservoir.
Yes.
Isn't it?
Yeah.
What you don't understand is that even in high summer, the temperature of that water is only raised 1 or 2 degrees.
Yeah.
Yeah. From being the 5 degrees that it 4 or 5 degrees that it normally is.
Yes.
So when you get further deep, when you get deeper.
Yeah,
it gets colder.
Gets colder, of course it does. Yeah.
So you can very quickly run into a position where your muscles are seizing because they're so cold. Yeah, and that's why people drown in dams and reservoirs.
Oh my goodness!
Yeah? So you were lucky. You were lucky to come out of there with your life.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, listeners out there,
don't be doing it.
Even if you're a strong swimmer, don't be doing that.
Look, Petulia, a sailing dinghy.
A sailing dinghy. Ooh, he's waving. He's waving at us.
He's waving at us, Petulia. Oh, golly.
Just be careful out there. Yeah. But Centre Parks.
So they're looking to make an equivalent of Centre Park in Wakefield.
That's fantastic.
By the way, the people in Manchester are going, so?
Yeah, I know.
Well, you don't live it, so you should move.
Yeah, well, no. The thing is that you can go and visit.
Well, actually, true.
And if it's a Centre Parks in Wake or the equivalent in Wakefield, it'd be worth a trip over the Pennines just to go and stay there, and go and have a look and go and have a visit.
Amazing.
I mean, we come over here, even though we've got the Escape in Castleford with the ski slope. We still come over here.
Yes.
For the skiing.
Yes.
I want to do the indoor skydiving.
Yes, that's your next.
Yeah. I'm going to have a go at that.
Yes.
Yeah. So, we come over to Get yourself over there.
We wander across here.
Get yourself over there, because and you say the plans are already in.
That's what it says. It says developers have outlined ambitious plans to build an all-inclusive holiday destination at Pugness Park, boldly claiming it could even become Wakefield's own version of Centre Parks.
Alhamdulillah.
So
I'm just really happy about that.
Let's see.
Looking forward to that already.
Let us see.
Looking forward to it already. And I guess as a boost for the local economy, yeah, that'll be amazing. It'll drag in a load of tourists. It'll drag in money. It'll drag in much needed business into the surrounding parts as well.
Yes, absolutely.
Yeah, and of course, Pugness is overlooked. It's overlooked by the old Sandal Castle.
Castle, absolutely.
Yeah, Sandal Castle.
Yeah.
Which is a brilliant relic, and so much stuff was dug out when they were uncovering those ruins, because it was completely buried.
Really?
Oh yeah, and they dug it all out and excavated it very, very carefully and got so much stuff out of there.
Yeah.
Which is in museums all over the world.
Yeah.
Now, so yeah, it was a very important.
It's famous for something, and I'm trying to think.
Very important historic site.
Yes.
Yeah. So and Sandal Castle overlooks the Pugness Lake.
It does. From the lake,
so
you can see the castle.
I used to walk around the lake and then up the hill to the castle, and then round the castle and then back down the other side.
Good Lord.
And that was one of our Sunday afternoon walks. We used to love it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you know what? Sunday afternoons now, we don't quite have the... Is it the energy, or is it the time? Is it the combination of all those things? We should do more of that.
Should.
But I tell you, if they put centre parks there, I think I will be doing more of that.
Yeah.
And I'm very much looking forward to it.
Yeah,
it'll be great.
Amazing.
Great.
I knew you'd like that one.
Anyway, enough of that.
Yeah.
Enough of that. Let's do some of this.
Let's do some of this first.
Assalamu alaikum.
Wa rahmatullahi
wa barakatuh. Loving it.
Oh, as always.
Loving it.
As always. This next one's for me.
Okay, cool.
It's for me.
Oh, well, I'll just stay quiet then.
Yeah. No, I said I got some news about Tom Cruise.
Oh, yeah.
First of all, I'm a poet and wasn't really sure.
No.
Yeah, Tom Cruise, the Tometh of the Cruisio.
Yep.
I like Tom Cruise.
I've always liked him.
I think he's brilliant.
No, that's a lie. I haven't. I always thought he was a bit overrated, jumped up and, overpaid.
Yeah.
Too celebrity.
Big for his boots.
And also recently, when the stories about his home life and what he believes and his secrets, etc.
Yeah, the man behind the camera and all that.
All a bit weird.
Yes.
However, when I saw him act in the film Born on the 4th of July, I just thought this guy is one of the best actors I've ever seen.
Yep.
Brilliant.
Yeah.
And I've enjoyed his work ever since. I like the films. A Few Good Men. What a fantastic film that is.
Brilliant movie.
Brilliant.
You can't handle the truth. Oh, just brilliant. Brilliant.
Excellent.
And if you think about it, to be consistently in great movies, that takes a lot of doing.
I mean, to get the Mission Impossible franchise.
Oh, my goodness.
And
maintaining it. You know what I mean?
Because it does.
Does he?
Well, no,
sorry.
What I mean is, he owns the part. He's
Absolutely,
absolutely that part. He is.
You couldn't now do that without him.
He's Nathan Hunt, and nobody else can play that part.
Yeah, absolutely.
He absolutely owns that part.
Yes,
brilliant.
Well, speaking about owning a part, I also love and adore the Jack Reacher novels.
Okay, yeah.
And I don't know if anybody knows the Jack Reacher novels, written by a guy called Lee Child, who's English.
Yeah.
He worked on Fleet Street or something. He worked for newspapers back in the day, and we're talking, I think, 80s.
Yeah.
And was made redundant, and thought, do you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to write that book I've always promised myself I'll write. And he wrote a book about the thing that he probably knows least about, which is an American major in the U.S. Army.
Yeah.
Who's an MP, part of the military police, is a major.
Yep.
And he is, he leaves the army at the age of, I think it's 36. It's called Jack Reacher, and he just, he wanders around having, exciting things happen. Okay. Having adventures. That's the word I was hopelessly grasping for. It's brilliant. It's brilliant. And I'm one of these people that when I go on holiday, I like to read a book. And one of the joys of my holiday is going into what is going to be an overpriced WH Smith's or whatever it is
at the airport, yes.
Picking me book.
Yes.
Absolutely. And many years ago now, it might have even been one of the first holidays after we got married. I don't know. So it's probably 15, it could be more years ago. Just happened to pick up this, the new Jack Reacher novel. Oh, never heard of this. Never heard of Lee Child. What's this then? And just being absolutely encapsulated.
Yep.
It's brilliant. They're really well written. They're really well put together. Is one of those, the character, you just think, this is brilliant.
You've spoken about these guys before. Yeah.
Oh, it's amazing. Amazing.
Yep.
So Lee Child writes this thing. So it's called a Jack Reacher novel. Jack Reacher is the character.
Yep.
Okay. Now, let me read the description of Jack Reacher.
Okay.
Jack Reacher is 6'5".
Okay, yeah.
Okay. Between 220 and 250 pounds.
Yep.
With a 50-inch chest.
Okay.
Dirty blonde hair. Ice blue eyes. He wears a 3XLT coat. So triple XL.
Yeah.
Triple XL coat. And has a 95 centimetre inseam on his trouser leg.
Okay.
So, bit of a giant,
yes.
Would you say? You know what I mean? Jack Reacher left home at 18, graduated from West Point, performed 13 years of army service, demoted from major to captain in 1990, mastered out with the rank of major in 1997, yada, 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 yada. And, it's written like he's a real guy.
Yeah.
And the things are just brilliant. So one of the overriding features of Jack Reacher is his imposing physical size. He's a big guy, 6'5", built like a, and just massive.
Yep.
And within that is also a good fighter. You go back to his upbringing, and it's so well put together. It's so well done. He's an intelligent guy who can handle himself.
Yep.
Do you know what I mean? And then he wanders around the country because he thinks, oh, okay, I've always travelled the world. Now I'm going to travel America. Mm-hmm. And he just goes around America looking at sites. So he goes to see, whatever, this site and that site. Goes to and whilst these things happen, he gets into scrapes, and it's brilliant. They're brilliant. Yeah, brilliant. But I come back to he's 6'5".
Yep.
With a 50-inch chest.
Yep. He's an imposing character.
He's an imposing character with dirty blonde hair.
Yes.
Okay. Tom Cruise.
Yes.
Now, we know he's a great actor.
Yep.
We know he's got some slightly weird religious issues.
Slightly?
What else do we know about him?
He's
not the tallest character in the world, shall we say.
He's a brilliant actor.
Brilliant actor.
But he can't act 6'5".
You can't act 6'5" when you are something like 5'6".
Is this where this is going?
This is where this is going.
Oh,
and
no.
He's done several Jack Reacher movies now.
Right.
And to describe me as annoyed is an understatement. And I'll speak to other people running training courses. I would mention and anybody that's ever read a Jack Reacher novel has said the same thing. He's not Jack Reacher. He's not Jack Reacher.
So you'd expect the likes of Hugh Jackman to play Jack.
Yeah. And in my head, and he couldn't do it now because he's not the right age, but do you remember Dolph Lundgren?
Oh, him, yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Was it Victor Drago in Rocky IV?
Rocky IV,
you know what I mean?
Absolutely.
Him. Massive guy, completely built, dirty blonde hair, perfect.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So somebody like him, a Viking, basically. Do you know what I mean? Whatever your mental image of a Viking is, that's it. Not
Tom Cruise.
Bless him, Tom Cruise. So I boycotted the movie. I refused to watch the movies.
Oh, right, okay.
Because it's not a Tom Cruise movie.
It's
hang
on a minute. No, you can't
movie.
do that. You can't do that.
It's an action movie. It's not a Tom Cruise. It's not a Jack Reacher movie.
You need to put your prejudice to one side here.
Can't do it.
And give it a go.
Can't do it.
You might be missing out on something that you really enjoy.
But this is the point. Cannot do it. Jack Reacher is 6'5", 50-inch chest, blonde hair. Tom Cruise isn't.
Can't you just pretend it's a different name?
That's the point, but then you're not watching a Jack Reacher movie.
Oh,
that's the point. If they'd have named it anything else, I'd have gone and watched it.
Yeah, like Jim Reacher, for example.
Yes, yeah. Jack Preacher. Yeah. You know what I mean? Well, the great news is Are you ready?
I'm ready for this.
Because a lot of flack came to Lee Child, who writes these books.
Okay.
And to give you the popularity of these books, you know when you get a book and at the back or at the front it has a load of testimonials?
Yes.
He has testimonials from people like Bill Clinton.
Wow.
Barack Obama.
Really?
And these are people who were reading them whilst in office.
Wow.
And they just said, I cannot get on Air Force One without the latest Jack Reacher novel.
Fantastic.
Do you know what I mean? They are amazing and incredibly popular. And so Lee Child came under a little bit of flack because they basically said, well, you've just sold out. You've just sold out. You're basically just saying, well, let him do it, knowing full well he cannot do it, and he cannot do it well. He's finally agreed.
Really?
He has finally agreed. I'm now trying to find it. Where is it? Oh, this is where it gets a bit boring. There we go. It says, the heading is, Too Short. Tom Cruise is to be replaced as Jack Reacher.
Okay.
And I say to that, amen.
Good.
Come on. Action hero Jack Reacher is to get a reboot for the small screen with a new actor in the lead role after creator Lee Child admitted Tom Cruise, who played him in 2 films, is too short. Oh, brilliant. In Child's books, Reacher is described as 6'5", tall, with hands the size of dinner plates. Cruise is 5'7".
Yeah.
Cruise, for all his talent, didn't have that physically, Child told BBC Radio Manchester's Meg Sweeney. The author said a deal was signed last week to make a new streaming show of Jack Reacher.
Oh, you're going to love
How
that.
happy am I?
Love that.
How happy am I?
Brilliant.
Come on, Lee.
Brilliant.
Good man.
And you know, for Tom Cruise,
Yep.
yeah, for all his talent and all his amazing work,
Yep.
and his stature in the industry, etc.,
Yep.
yeah,
He maybe shouldn't have taken on that role.
He should have known better.
Yeah.
He should have known better.
Now, that said, people who have watched the movies have said he's brilliant.
Oh, he will be.
They've said
he
he's
will be.
absolutely fantastic. But I just know those people have not read the books. And I know you hear this, oh, it was never as good as the book. But there's basics here. There's basics. It's like when there was mention of James Bond being a woman. No.
Stop it.
No.
Stop that right now.
And people
Don't
said,
even
well,
utter those words.
you know, there's talk of Idris Elba thingy, the chap of colour.
Yes.
There's talk of
He's
him
brilliant.
being James Bond. That would work.
Yes, it would.
That would work.
I'm happy with that.
It's not a physical, you know what I mean? But when he's described as 6'5", I don't care what colour he is, he needs to be 6'5".
Yeah.
And bless him, Tom Cruise isn't. So Lee Child has openly admitted he was wrong.
Yep.
Brilliant. Is saying they won't be doing any. Well, he's not said they won't be doing any more movies, but they're doing a series
Fantastic.
on a streaming
You're
platform.
gonna just
I know
love
what
it.
I hope that is.
Well,
I hope it's Netflix.
I'm sure it will.
Others, because in America there's loads, you know. They talk about this Hulu and
Amazon's got their
Amazon,
own as well.
of course it has. Yeah,
so
yeah.
You buy Prime and
Yeah.
You get your stuff.
Yeah.
So it'll be either Amazon or.
So
or
I'm hoping
Netflix,
it's
I'm guessing.
Netflixio.
Because
Because
one or the
that would
other.
just be brilliant.
Inshallah.
But just to admit, Tom Cruise too short. Tom, good as you are, love, as you rightly say, you can't act 6'5".
No.
It can't be done.
Shall we do some of this?
I think we should.
Okay. Assalamu alaikum.
Wa rahmatullahi.
Wa barakatuh. He said, swallowing that mouthful of
I'm
donuts.
just swallowing that last, what do you call it? Hula hoop. Oh.
The barbecue beef flavoured hula hoop, which has never seen a cow in its life.
Nope. Suitable for vegetarians. Yeah, there's a reason for that.
But the flavour,
Well, I have told you,
packs a
one
punch,
of my
doesn't it, that?
I'm a crisp aficionado. I love crisps.
You do.
I
You-
love crisps.
you
One of my
you never leave
favourites.
home without one.
Never leave home without a pack of 6 if I'm going on a long
Yep.
journey, or 18 sometimes,
Yeah.
and they'll all disappear. Don't matter how many there
I know
are.
they do.
My all-time favourite is Brannigan's
Yep.
roast beef and mustard.
Yes.
And
I have sampled these.
Oh,
He's not making this up.
amazing.
These are
And
wonderful.
they used to come in very much like paper bags. You
Yes.
know, like crisps used to.
Yeah, I remember that.
So they maintained that, even though there was like a foil on the inside, it felt like a paper bag.
Yes.
Everything about it smacked quality. Gorgeous, they're beautiful. And when I became Muslim, I thought, well, I can't have those anymore then, can I? And set them to one side for years and years and years and years and years. And then one day you went, I'm going to get roast beef. I'm going, what? Yeah, well, it's still suitable for vegetarians. What?
Yeah.
Let me have a little look. And then running up the aisle to
find
from Hula-hoops to Brannigan's. Oh, you'll never guess what? You'll never get. Oh, my goodness.
You can still eat them.
And still eat them.
Fantastic.
Oh, brilliant.
So it's worth checking on the back of any crisp snack because you'll invariably find that they're suitable for vegetarians.
Yep. You never know.
I was looking at flavours of pot noodle.
Yep.
Because we are inclined, are we not?
Yes. Our breakfast meal is now often...
it's not just breakfast, it's often lunchtime, it's often evening.
When we're here for the day, absolutely.
Any time of day. We often nip into the kitchen,
partake
boil
of the
the
pot
kettle,
noodle,
and get the pot noodles
what does
out.
Everybody say?
You shouldn't be eating that. Shouldn't be eating that.
There's more protein in the packet.
Well,
you're probably right.
Yes, okay. I'm not eating it for the protein. I'm eating it because
it
fills a hole. It fills a hole and it's quick.
Yes,
and it tastes all right.
It's quick, easy, and tastes moderately okay.
So when you go for the beef and tomato, suitable for vegetarians.
Yes.
When you go for the chicken and mushroom, suitable for vegetarians.
Yep.
These things have never seen an animal in their lives. They do not have anything animal in them at all.
There's nothing animal in them.
No.
They apparently taste like those animals.
I was looking at the what was it, spiced sausage?
Oh yes,
casserole, casserole one this morning. I was thinking, I'll give that some thought.
Just check.
Give that some thought, but just check. Yeah, suitable for vegetarians.
Suitable for vegetarians. Yes. Oh my goodness.
Crazy stuff. Anyway, can we come back to this list?
We can come back to this list, and this is just one way you think.
Are you going to tell me this is about an MP, aren't you?
It is. It is. It is. Tory MP.
It would be.
Ask government to consider bringing back death penalty. The death penalty that we got rid of 50 years ago.
Yeah.
Is it more? 66? Was it 65?
I don't know.
Something like that. Long time.
I don't know.
Before my time.
Yep.
And he's saying, I think we should bring back the death penalty. Oh, really? Former Minister John Hayes.
And for what?
Urges Justice Secretary to consider potential merits of hanging violent criminals.
Okay.
So he's saying specifically for people who commit violent crimes.
Yeah.
Now, why did we get rid of the death penalty?
Because it's fighting violence with violence.
Absolutely. And now
I think the reason why we got rid of it was that there are sometimes miscarriages of justice.
That's the big point. First of all, it's barbaric.
You've got the wrong guy.
Yeah. First of all, it's barbaric.
And you can't go back on once he's dead.
Yes. So point number one was it's barbaric. We shouldn't be killing. Oh, well, they've killed other people. Yeah, well, we shouldn't make us as bad as them.
That's right.
We're not America.
No.
But we shouldn't. We shouldn't be doing it. Yeah. We shouldn't be doing that. We shouldn't be doing it.
God.
We shouldn't be doing it. And then secondly, there have been miscarriages of justices, or miscarriages of justice. That's better. Yes. It's like attorneys general.
Miscarriages of justices.
Yes. That have been proven to this date, like 10 Willington Place. Who was the one at 10 Willington Place? Not Crippen. I always think it's Crippen. Not Crippen. Christie. John Christie.
John Christie. Yeah.
That Welsh bloke
Yep.
was tried for those murders and hung.
Yes.
And then a few years later, they were like, oh, it wasn't him, it was Christie.
Yep.
Oops.
Yep.
Well, oops doesn't quite make up for it.
Doesn't bring him back.
So, number one, we are we're beyond that.
Yep.
We're beyond that. We're not barbaric. And number two, we have a sense of justice that means, let's be on the safe side here.
Yep.
Let's not kill people.
Yep.
Now, one of the other reasons I find this particularly abhorrent is because now we know that there is no Islamic country. There's no such thing as an Islamic country.
There are
countries with lots of... There's no Muslim countries. There are countries with lots of Muslims in it.
Yes.
But there's no such thing as an truly Islamic country.
Correct.
With Islamic solely
Sharia
Islamic
law.
Sharia laws doesn't happen. But for those people that think they do happen, think they do exist, one of the biggest criticisms is, oh, it's barbaric. It's barbaric. They do this, they do that, they do the other. Hang on just a minute. We've got an MP here saying, oh, yeah, we should do that.
Yeah.
Why is nobody up in arms? Why is it only me reading this going, that's lunacy. That's ridiculous. If that was a Muslim stood up saying, I think Britain should instigate the death penalty, what kind of rhetoric would follow that?
They'd photo him on the front page of a newspaper.
Yes.
They'd replace his hand with a hook.
I was just about to say they'd substitute a hook on his hand, put they'd scribble an eye patch on him, and just go, there you go. That's what they're like.
That's what these guys. Yeah,
terrible.
They would. So
terrible.
It's absolutely right.
So
double standards.
A Tory MP saying they should bring back the death penalty.
Okay,
and of all the countries that stand out that have the death penalty, the number one that stands out for me is America. America, who also complain about so-called Muslim. Sorry, I feel like I've strode atop my high horse. I do apologise.
It's okay.
But
stay up there for a while.
It's this major double standard. You imagine if a Muslim was running for office saying we should bring back the death penalty, or a Muslim ran for office in America praising the death penalty. People would say, see?
Yeah.
Yet somebody from down south, the deep south in America, when they praise the death penalty, oh, there you go, good old US values.
US values, absolutely. I know, it's crazy.
Oh my goodness.
Crazy.
This is extraordinary.
Yep.
So, sorry, I'm just going to take a deep breath. I'm going to take a deep breath. Simmer.
As you climb down.
Junaid is on the boil. Simmer. Oh, it does me head in.
Shall we just turn the heat down?
I think we should. I do apologise. I hope this is going to be followed by something really nice.
I'll just take you off that stove. I'll take you off the stove.
Yes.
Just put you to one side.
Yes.
Yeah. I'll put you in the sink and pour cold water.
Oh, my goodness.
Like you do with a pressure cooker.
Yes. That anybody would want that. I find insulting. But it's the major double standard.
Do you know what? You're not going to like what I'm about to say.
Ooh, go on.
To some extent, I'm going to agree with him.
Right, okay.
Yeah. Provided it's for Tory MPs.
Who say stupid things. But for what crimes? Stupidity.
They all get it.
No, you've got to put some parameters to it. We do. They've got to be Tory. Yeah. And members of Parliament.
Yes. Every one of them.
Oh, it's terrible.
No, you don't need a trial.
It's terrible.
They've done it themselves.
Yeah.
They've tried
Did you
themselves.
say this? Yes. Right.
Off you go.
There we go. You say no. Well, we've got it on video.
Set the gallows.
And this isn't just a chap saying, I think that would be a good idea. This is somebody who's gone to the Chief Justice, Chief Justices, or Chiefs of Justice, and said, we should be doing this. And he's trying to put pressure on the government to do it.
Well, this is where we look at a parliament of 600 and odd people.
Yep.
Yeah, and more than, is it 2/3 of them have got to vote that way?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, for the majority,
he's got no chance.
Oh, absolutely.
He has got zero chance of bringing this through.
Yes, but also that's his
all
opinion.
He has done is made himself look an idiot.
Yes. Yeah. Although some people would support him. The frustration there is the major double standard.
No. I'm okay with other people looking like idiots.
No, well, yes.
I'm okay with that. You know.
Yeah, but they give them driving licences.
Oh no.
Extraordinary.
I know. They allow them to have children.
They allow them to have children. Oh dear.
They allow them on the Yep. They allow them in jobs.
They get to breathe
work.
the same air as us.
Oh, it's a crime.
Taint
a crime.
The world.
Tainted.
Tainted it is. Tainted.
Anyway, soapbox over.
I'm off my soapbox. That just did my head in. It did my head in. A, major double standard. B, why would you want something so barbaric? British values, Islamic values say it's about justice and being fair.
Did it stop anybody committing crimes?
No.
So does it work?
No, because if it did, you wouldn't have it.
Exactly.
Oh, it obviously works as a deterrent. Why? Because we've never had to use it. That would be a deterrent.
So,
oh my goodness.
These people there's no joined up thinking.
Sorry, we were going to end this, weren't we? And I keep pulling us back in.
Pulling it back in.
I try to leave,
dragging it back,
dragging it back in.
Let's not drag this one out.
Nope. Let's leave it at that.
And I'm sure you'd be saying that if you were on the gallows. Let's not drag this out, lads.
In Blackadder, when it was on, it was at the firing squad, and he said, "Can I ask one favour?" I went, yes, sir. What's that? Could you possibly leave a pause between the words aim and fire? I go, yes, certainly, sir. How long, sir? About 40 years.
40 years.
No, I can't do it, sir. I'm a gabbler, sir. Ready and fire. I'm a gabbler. Brilliant.
40 years.
Oh, yeah.
Love him. Right.
Yes.
Let's do some of this.
More of this after that. More of that after this.
Assalamu alaikum.
Wa rahmatullahi
Wa barakatuh.
You see, that's much better.
What's much better?
Because I'm facing you. I need to face you. I need to see you.
Please.
I need to see you. It's weird.
What, at all times?
Yes, even when I shut my eyes. No, it's surreal. Because I've tried sitting the other way. Because I like for people out there listening.
It didn't work. Sideways on didn't
Sideways,
work.
It didn't. It gave me a neck ache.
Yeah.
Because I'd have to turn to face. I like having my feet up. I have to do it at home. I have to do it here. It helps me sciatica.
But
not to start
hang on a minute.
the day moaning.
Putting your feet on my lap is a bit...
Well, at least
it's a bit close.
Yeah, but at least you've had a promotion. You used to have to kneel on the floor, didn't you?
What do you do for a living? I'm Junaid's footrest.
It's my footrest. I tell you, it's important. I don't know what I'd do without him.
Oh, fantastic.
Oh, no, so this is much better. I don't know why I didn't think to do this. Just sit in the other chair, put my feet up on that one.
Yep.
There you go. I can see you now.
I know.
And I don't have to turn my head.
It's brilliant.
If there's any doctors out there, they could probably tell me. If I sit for a prolonged period of time with my head turned, it's really painful.
Uh-huh.
So, wherever I am, I need to be facing forwards.
Are you saying you're a pain in the neck?
A pain in the neck. I have a pain in the neck.
No, you are.
Yes, absolutely. Absolutely. And do you know where that came from?
Go on.
It's a physical manifestation. So when somebody is annoying you, we tend to we get like a prickly sensation on our neck.
It tightens your neck.
It tightens your neck up. So you kind of, and I'm doing it now. You rub your back your neck.
Do you know, talking about rubbing the back of your neck?
Yes.
I want a massage.
Oh.
I've only ever had one.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I've had one, and it was in a hotel.
Yep.
In Nuneaton of all places.
I don't know why that's a funny word.
I've no idea.
I don't know why.
I've no idea.
Nuneaton.
But it was quite a posh place, and I was there from work.
Yes.
And a number of us decided to go in and use the spa facilities. And we did, and it was great.
Yep.
Great place. A proper 5-star hotel. It was lovely.
Yep.
And then they offered massage service.
Brilliant.
So I thought, yeah.
Yep.
Got a long day ahead tomorrow.
Yep.
I want to relax into it. So here we go.
Yes.
I'm going to have one of these.
Yep.
And the masseuse said, how do you want to feel at the end of it?
That's a great question. Invigorated, relaxed?
Yeah, exactly.
Exactly. Really?
Yeah. Do you want me to really, pump you up and make you feel alive, or do you want to fall asleep?
Chill out?
Do you want to fall asleep? Well, to be honest, sleep is my usual.
Yeah, I can do sleep by
demeanor. but I'll go for that. I'll go for the relaxed, please.
Wow.
I'll go for sleep.
Yeah.
And she started with oil and et cetera, and it all started. And I've never felt so relaxed in all my life.
Wow,
it was amazing.
Yeah.
No idea how they get such strength in their thumbs.
Incredible. Yes,
it's just amazing.
And how your body carries stress.
I know.
It carries stress.
It actually gets tied up in knots, literally in knots, because they call them knots, don't they?
They do,
actually.
Yes,
massage
they do.
Them out.
They do, that's right, actually.
Yeah, you get tied in knots.
We had a massage. The last time we went on holiday, we went to Turkey. No, the time before, and we took my mother-in-law.
Yep.
So she came with it, which was fantastic. It was just brilliant.
I do mother-in-law holidays as
wonderful,
well.
Wonderful.
They're great.
Kids love it. I love it.
Yep.
Wife loves it. It's brilliant. And she was a little unsure because pretty much her holidays of the past had been going to Pakistan.
Yep.
Which I get, you know what I mean, going to seeing family, visiting,
back
blah, blah, blah.
home.
But what she'd not done
Back to
was...
head office, as they call it.
Yeah, absolutely. What she'd not done was go and stay in a hotel and, with all the facilities. So she was a little bit... I think she was a little bit taken aback. It's like, wow, this is amazing. The kids can do this, and we she got bear in mind this is my mother-in-law.
Yep.
And she had the full coverall thing so that she could paddle in the water.
Yeah.
And feel still comfortable.
Yeah.
And I said, you know what, Auntie, I'm gonna have a massage. So are you.
Okay.
You're going to have a massage. And she was like, oh, I'm not sure about that. And we both went for massage, obviously separately, but we both went for massage. Yeah. And we both came out, and I said, how do you feel? And she went, 2 inches taller. Yeah. And I went, me too. Yeah. Me too. I actually felt 2 inches taller.
It is amazing what happens.
The difference. So we had about 4 on the holiday.
Yeah, I bet.
I'd look at Auntie, she'd look at me, little wink. Right, we're having a massage today.
You know, overnight. You know, overnight when you're asleep.
Yes.
And you're laid flat out.
Yes.
You actually grow about 1/4 of an inch.
Wow.
Or maybe even half an inch.
Oh, and then you stand up and gravity takes
Then you stand
itself.
up and you shrink back.
Wow.
Because it's your vertebrae that
compress.
That compress.
Wow.
And all your joints compress.
Makes
so
sense.
you actually shrink by about 1/4 to a half an inch.
Wow.
As you walk around first thing in the morning.
Yes.
It's crazy.
Yeah.
But when you get massaged, it kind of relaxes all of that again.
Yeah.
So when you say, I felt 2 inches taller, it wasn't 2 inches, but it could have been half an inch.
Would have been a little bit, yeah. Get banging my head on door frames. But it's surreal.
I got vertigo. I had to sit down.
Yep. But when you think, lifestyle of the rich and famous, no wonder they all look so well.
I know.
They might not be smiling, they might not be happy, but they look well.
They look
not
groomed,
surprised.
don't they? They look pampered and looked after.
Because they
are.
Oh my goodness! Because I also went.
I'm so looking forward to being rich.
Yes. Tell me about it.
Actually, you can keep the fame. I'll just go for the rich.
Not that about the fame. We'll just go for the rich, please. And for every penny I spend, I'll be putting plenty out there to help other people as well. But even now, I remember one of the first times we went abroad, my wife said, "Oh, you get a pedicure." She goes, "I'll sit next to you." Because I was a bit, I feel a bit weird. I think, I'll sit next to you.
Nobody is touching my feet.
Oh, it was amazing.
Oh,
it was amazing.
No, having said that,
and at the end of it, they looked like somebody else's feet.
I actually did. I went to a proper chiropodist and had the full-on treatment.
Yep.
And it was like walking on air.
Yes.
Afterwards.
Yeah.
They weren't my feet.
Exactly. And they look like somebody else's.
The usual aches and pains and
all gone.
All gone.
Yes.
Fantastic.
So, you look at these people and you think, these guys who will be doing it 1 or 2 times a week.
Yeah.
You think,
Yeah. I've done it 1 or 2 times a life.
Can you imagine if you were struggling to get to sleep and you could just press it, bzzz, what, come up and just tickle the top of my head.
Just come up and...
tickle it, because the very top of my head, if somebody that's me, I'm gone.
Really?
Yeah. Oh, it's incredible. It is
really
incredible. And I've heard other people that say, just on the top, just tickle it, gone.
No.
Yeah, my child number 2, my daughter, she'll say, I'm going to put Daddy to sleep. And it just scratched off my head. Fantastic.
Really?
Yeah. So that would be my dream.
That's bizarre.
That's where my wealth would go. Struggling to sleep, just tickle the top of my head. Just pay somebody to do it.
Get somebody to
pay somebody to do it.
Wow.
Very good friend of mine was he's the F&I. He's a finance and insurance director of a very successful company.
Yeah.
So the finance and insurance companies will take him out and take him to different places and do this and do that and do the other.
They want his business.
Because they want his business. And they work with a compliance company. And the guy that owns the compliance company is doing all right, shall we say. Is doing all right.
Yeah.
And he said to me, mate, well, I'm going away. Would you like to borrow my house?
What?
And he's like, what do you mean? He said, well, just come and stay at the house. Bring your family. Come and stay at the house. And he's like, well, what?
That's a bit weird.
Yeah. So, well, in what regard? I mean, do we? And you could tell what was going through his head was, what do we eat?
Yeah.
But I'd have to clean up. no, and no.
Right.
Because this guy has a staff. And he said, oh, no, brilliant. Oh, she's wonderful. Whatever her name is. Whatever you want to eat, just tell her. And that it'll be made for you. And she will organise for, however you want your bed set up. And she'll organise for that to be sorted out and clean. And it's just another world.
Wow.
Do you know what I mean? And, so whatever temperature you want the pool, whatever this, whatever that, and it's a mansion. Turns out to be this place. It's like, when you say borrow my house, it's like staying in a hotel where nobody else is there.
Fantastic.
And they're just waiting on you because that's what they were doing.
Amazing.
And so this mate who I went, he said it was extraordinary. It was amazing. It was absolutely amazing. He said, and then you come home and you think that bloke does it every day.
Yeah.
Every day.
Yeah.
Whoa.
What a life.
Whoa. Incredible.
What
just
a
another,
life.
it's hard to imagine.
It's hard to imagine people making money out of compliance.
Well, oh, crikey. Oh, bless you. Oh, it was genius. The way he did it was genius. It was based in the motor trade.
Yeah.
And basically there was no regulation in the motor trade.
No.
It was self-regulated, therefore the insurance companies regulated it.
Yeah.
And with all the, do you remember, with all the PPI,
yeah.
Every second text you get is,
have you ever had
had a loan?
Yeah.
The PPI,
Claim. Yeah.
Well, when that all erupted, the government came in and said, we are now regulating the sale of general insurance.
Yeah.
And in the motor trade, they sold general insurance products, which meant that the FCA now regulated part of the motor trade.
Yeah.
And this chap foresaw this and went, right, so part of the FCA, it was FSA at the time, but it sounded too much like the Food Standards Agency.
Yeah.
Instead of the Financial Services, whatever.
Conduct Authority.
Yeah, it is conduct now. It's Financial Services when it came. Financial Services Authority, that's right.
Yeah.
And he foresaw it and he just went, right, okay. And he just set up a training course and he made it remote and he said, right, so in order for somebody to go through this, I think it was £200 to do this entire training course. But of course, everybody single anybody in sales in the motor trade had to go through it.
Yeah.
And he was the sole provider.
Wow.
So if you just based on that one event, it's an immense level of cash. And then doing it every single year, and then he creates a computer system so it's all automated and blah blah blah. And now he does. And he's just got from strength to strength to strength. But, genius. Good on him.
Yep, fair play.
He foresaw it.
Good lad.
He put it into place. And where other people were saying, somebody's going to make a fortune out of this, he went, yep, that will be me. So, genius. Good on
Fantastic.
him.
Anyway, enough of all that.
Yes.
Enough of all that. We've got to do a bit of this.
We have.
Okay, shall we do this?
I think we should.
We'll do it. Assalamu alaikum.
Wa rahmatullahi.
Wa barakatuh. And off we go again.
And off we go again.
Off we go again. As soon as you press that button, it's amazing what happens in your brain, isn't it?
Yeah.
It just starts.
Well, because the thing is,
things just start happening.
Because as far as I'm concerned, nothing happens. And then my mouth opens and stuff starts falling out of it.
Coming out.
It's surreal because at no point does my brain go, right, on. I don't feel the switch going, and as you rightly say, it's just like, we just talk now. We just talk, and almost without thought. Because when we first started doing it, there was one overriding thought: please do not swear.
Absolutely.
You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
Please, no potty mouth. No gutter mouth.
No, none of those words.
None of those words
that sometimes creep in from time to time.
We try not to, and we avoid them. And in normal life, you could go, I'm terribly sorry about that. But A, nobody else is listening, and B, nobody's recorded it.
That's right.
Other than Google, which to be fair, it's on all the time.
And it records you all the time.
It records you,
and it listens
all the time. Listens all the time.
And and when it's listening, it's active listening, so it's listening to buzzwords and keywords.
Absolutely.
And then it delivers things that are relevant to those buzz and keywords to your inbox on a regular basis.
Yes.
Which I find a little bit freaky, if I'm honest.
It's because I've let myself go. I don't worry about it anymore. But to the point where you and I we do a little bit of work for charity. We do because it's great. It makes you feel good.
I've never met you yet.
People. Yeah, who is that charity of which you speak? And we were just talking about charity and charity regulation.
Yep.
And that evening, I had two news items about the regulation of charities in my phone.
Yep.
And it's like, oh,
that's
okay.
freaky.
This isn't something I've searched. This isn't something I've physically input. This is something I've talked about, and not over the phone, just when my phone was in its pocket.
Yep.
So the rumours are true. It is happening. But my understanding is when these smartphones first came into existence, that was the point of them. A,
of course it was.
For Big Brother to keep tabs on you.
Yep.
And B, for more people to sell more things more accurately.
Yep.
So the advertising of things. So if you say, I really fancy a donut, ping, a thing will come into your phone saying, oh, donut shop, 200 yards, or donuts available online.
Or donuts on special offer.
On special offer at.
Just turn left.
Just turn left. You know, anything. Actually, what's bad? What's wrong with that?
What's wrong with it?
What is wrong with that? And people go, oh, no, it's not. It's brilliant.
I think that's fantastic.
It's
that side
brilliant.
of it's fantastic.
If your phone knows that you only eat halal,
yeah,
and you put restaurant in, and it only directs you to
halal restaurants, perfect,
fully certified halal restaurant,
perfect.
What's wrong with that?
Talking about fully certified, what did we get up to the other day?
Oh my goodness!
How fascinating
it was!
That?
Incredible.
Incredible. I had no idea the lengths that those guys go to.
Do you know, for people thinking, what?
Hang on a minute.
Can we be involved in
this? Let's backtrack a little bit. Listeners, we're talking about HMC certification.
Yes.
And what it takes to be a certified HMC supplier.
Yes, HMC being Halal
Monitoring Committee.
Monitoring Committee, that's
so
right. Yeah.
They make sure that the meat that you eat and we eat is actually certified halal.
Halal, absolutely.
And from a recognised certified halal supplier. And it goes from the supplier, the abattoir.
Well, this is the thing.
The supplier. It goes.
So if we just take a step back, so if you when you see that HMC certified poster in the window of your local butcher, of your supermarket, of your takeout, of your restaurant, I now know, and you now know what that means.
I now know.
It is incredible.
It's amazing amount of work has gone into that.
Yes.
An amazing amount of regulation.
Absolutely.
And monitoring.
The processes that it involves. So we were invited out by HMC to see the process and just the levels of assessment that they have in order to certify people, what it means to be certified and what it means to the end user.
Yes.
And it blew our minds, didn't it? I assume
a lot of it blew my mind.
Yes, yeah.
Not least of which was the number of times.
Well, yeah. If we can, we'll come back to that very quickly because I assumed that their certification was just for butchers.
Yes.
And I assumed they'd just go up and down butchers and make sure that what they were providing was halal.
Yes.
But then when you take a step back, you go, well, hang on a minute. How can they prove that that's halal?
Yep.
Well, they need to know when that animal was killed and how.
Yes.
And so they do the entire chain.
Yes.
So they go literally from abattoir to almost your dining table.
Yep.
You know what I mean? And so they have a presence at the abattoir to make sure that things are done in accordance with our requirements. They then track that by delivery. They then track that as to where it's delivered. They then go to the place that it's delivered to, whether it be a butcher, supermarket, whatever it might be, and they check that place to ensure that they're only getting that kind of certified product delivered. They then, and it's all tagged, and it's all barcoded, and they can follow this journey. And so they also then go to the end user, as an example, restaurants and takeouts.
Yes.
And they'll say, right, so we need to see well, I bought that from such and such a supermarket.
Oh, did you? Show us the tag.
Let's have a look at the tag. And they can say, that was bought from that supermarket, which bought it from that deliverer, which bought it from that supplier, which got it from that abattoir, which is a fully HMC certified abattoir. Right.
So
the process
the chain from start to finish is halal.
It is absolutely mind-blowing. And then
we were in a supermarket,
yes,
in a shop which had a meat counter.
Yes.
And we were talking to the butcher, and we were in the freezer, and we were looking at the labels, and looking at the boxes, and looking at the tags, and looking at the way that these things are tagged and labelled and barcoded.
Yes.
But each of the tags and each of the labels has got a unique number, which is traceable, so you can trace that stock back to the day and time that animal was slaughtered.
Yes.
Absolutely amazing. And do you know
who did it? Where it was done?
Really,
the time,
really incredible.
Conditions.
The very first stamp to go on to the carcass is the stamp of a vet.
A vet, not HMC, a vet.
It's a vet to say this is
I
fit,
certify that this
is fit for human consumption.
Yeah.
This animal's fine.
Yes.
You know, it's far from it's far from fine. It's now far from fine. It'll recover. It'll
be fine.
No,
it'll be fine. It might be a little cold.
That animal is far from fine. However, it is fit for human consumption. The first stamp being very, very important. You don't even think about these things, do you? You know, I dare say that there are some animals that are so diseased and unfit that the vet won't stamp them.
So the vet is saying, I saw the animal before.
Yeah.
I did whatever tests I need to do, and so, you know, post whatever happens, there's my stamp.
Yeah.
And just stamp it once, stamps it twice. Once on that side, once on that side, if it's a large cock.
Yeah.
Once on that side, because they know that it's going to be cut in two.
Yes.
And you think, I would never have thought of that.
No.
So HMC then stamp it in 4 places.
Yeah.
Shoulder, thingy.
Yeah.
Because they know that will probably be cut into 4 pieces.
Yep.
And each will then maintain a stamp. You think, well, who'd have thought of that?
Yeah, I know.
What about on chickens then? Well, with chickens we do this. Each one has a sticker on it. That sticker is individually marked, individually annotated, and you can track that individual chicken from to
here. Yeah, I know. It's incredible. But
okay, then, what about chicken pieces?
So we were,
those chicken pieces are put into containers. Those containers are sealed
with tape. Yep.
And then there's a sticker and a label put on each one of those.
Yes.
So if that is unbroken, that seal is unbroken, you know that sticker tells you exactly where it's come from. Or what about once the seal's broken? Once the seal's broken, then that is put into such and such, and that bag is then tagged.
Yes.
It's like, oh my goodness.
Yeah.
And it's just one of those things where it's like you know the London Underground.
Yes.
If you were to design the London Underground from scratch, my head would explode.
Yeah.
I mean, it would just explode. But it's evolved over time.
Yes.
And it's the same with this process. You know, if somebody said, and there are people, well, there are many people smarter than you and I, let's be honest, but there are people smarter than you and I that could sit down and say, yes, that's what the process needs to be. My brain just goes, no, let's just say it's evolved over time, and now they formalised it.
Yep.
But the process and what goes into it, and the automation.
So we were
all electric. It's all scanned.
We were in the supermarket in the butcher's. Went into the freezer, had a look at the tags, and had an explanation of all the checks that take place.
Yep.
And we did a dummy run on one of the tags. We put the barcode and the unique number into the computer.
Yep.
And it showed us exactly where the provenance of that animal.
Yeah,
it was amazing. Went and asked
the butcher, where did you buy this from? And he went, well, I got it from such and such place, and it all tied up with
and here's the
barcode.
Invoice, and that's the stock number, and that's the barcode number, etc., etc. So you can prove halal provenance.
Yes.
But then it was a case of, we've got a chart on a wall, and month by month you get a sticker.
Yes.
And this is a unique numbered sticker.
A unique numbered sticker saying that this premises is fully certified by HMC.
Certified. And for that month, and month by month, you get these stickers.
Yes.
And I was thinking,
as a customer, you can walk in, look, and that's up on the wall. You can walk in and say, so they are certified this month.
Yes.
And last month and the month before.
Yes.
But they're certified this month.
This month. Yeah.
So therefore, how many inspections did you assume that place got?
One a month.
Same here.
And there's your sticker.
And even one a month, I'm thinking, that's pretty good.
That's incredible.
One a month, that's amazing. How on earth do you get around all the thousands of places that you... One a month?
What was it that blew your mind?
It's not one a month.
It's not.
It's 4.
Yeah.
A week. 4
per week.
So every establishment... As a minimum.
Yeah.
Because the supervisor then goes round and checks the auditor's work once a week. Yeah. So in effect, every single HMC certified premises has 5 visits a week to check that everything is going correctly.
Yep.
And that blew my mind.
Mine too.
Couldn't get me head past that.
the thing is, I asked all the awkward questions.
Yes.
So if you were a dodgy butcher wanting to put some cheap meat into this place, how would you do it?
How would you circumvent this
how
as a
would
process?
You do it? And do you know what the answer was?
Go on.
You can't.
You can't.
It's as simple as that.
I can tell you what they try to do.
Yeah.
They try to do this, and this, and we pick them up. That one we pick up through that. That one we pick up through that. That one we pick up through that. Even to the point where they go to the people that they supply and say, how much meat have you had?
Yes.
And they say, well, we know that butcher received X quantity.
Yes.
So if we go to all their places that they supply, and they've supplied more, we know there's an issue.
Yes.
If they've supplied less, makes sense, because some of it might have been sold privately. But if it's more, and it's just like, oh my goodness.
Yeah, it's incredible. So these HMC guys really know what they're doing. They're so thorough, and the processes are slick and incredibly thorough.
Yep.
And I now know that when I buy from a HMC certified place, I'm buying truly halal food.
Absolutely.
And that's my duty, is it not? As a Muslim.
Thing. Yes,
as a
that's
Muslim.
the thing. Do you know what I also loved?
Go on.
When you were chatting to the guys, they were saying, halal, we focus on food.
Yes.
But it's not just about food. It's about a way of life.
Yes.
You want everything to be halal. You want your earnings to be halal.
Yes.
You want your charitable contributions to be halal.
Yes.
The words that you say, the thoughts that you have, when you pray, everything wants to be halal.
Yes.
So how we treat each other whilst we're doing this, I mean, every part of it, you think, oh, wow, it's not just somebody coming in and checking meat.
No.
The entire process was about
everything
halal.
is halal, yes.
Yeah,
brilliant.
It's wonderful.
It just gave me
very impressive
stacks of confidence.
Yes.
Yeah, and my duty is to provide halal for my family, and that's not just food, of course. It's an entire life, an environment, that promotes halal living. But the food aspect of it is really important.
Yes.
And I now know that when I go to a HMC place, it's fine.
That's what they're getting.
And I've got no issues at all.
Beyond fine.
Brilliant.
I mean, just extraordinarily good. So HMC, I doff my hat to you.
Same here.
Very, very good. Absolutely brilliant.
You know, all this talk of meat, it's making me feel a bit peckish.
A little peckish.
Yeah.
My stomach's growling.
Was that your stomach?
It was. Were you looking outside thinking, oh, it's the end of the world?
No, I was thinking there's a pneumatic drill somewhere. Somebody's digging roads outside. No, Junaid, my goodness. Okay, we better go off and do something about that.
I think so.
We'll do some of that. We'll do some more of this
after that.
Assalamu alaikum.
Wa rahmatullahi.
Are you comfortable?
No.
Wa barakatuh.
It's moved. There you go. I am now. It moved. Because there's me saying, I'm not going to move it because I get into a comfortable position. I know, then I move.
Then you move. And also, when I have to go out of the studio, for example, to put the kettle on, I have to move your chairs out of my way.
My footstool out of the way.
Footrest.
My footrest. My footstool. I just feel better with my legs up. Always have. For as long as I can remember.
I know. What do you do on a plane?
Suffer.
Yeah.
Genuinely suffer.
So if you've got a 12-hour flight, it's not good.
I took my knees up, if I can. You know what I mean? Because but
so when you went to Oz, for example.
I mean, actually, I really enjoyed the flights.
Okay.
Because the first time I went by myself.
Yeah.
And you can watch whatever you want. Mm. And it's basically a 24-hour cinema.
I remember you talking about being on your own on that flight.
Yes.
And you sat next to a couple.
I did.
And you sat there, and it was a prayer time. So you prayed.
Well, the other way around. The chap prayed first. I needed to get out.
Yep.
And go and do wuzu.
Yeah.
And hadn't had the opportunity. Mm-hmm. So I was sat there, and then the chap next to me started praying.
Brilliant.
So I looked at him. Do you know what I mean? Mm-hmm. But I looked at him as in, oh, brilliant! You know what I mean? And I kept looking with just a sense of pride. Oh, this is great! You know, we're flying to. I mean, as it happens, we weren't flying to Australia. I was flying to. It was to Australia, but it was the first leg, wherever that would have been, Dubai or something.
Dubai, Singapore, whatever. Yeah.
And this guy started praying.
Great.
And so I looked at him with a sense of pride. No derision at all, and then so I gave it a few minutes, and then I disappeared, went to the bathroom, came back, and And I prayed.
Yep. Well, how did they look at you?
And they were like, "What?" And he went, "Are you? What? Are you?" He said, "I'm sorry, but I must ask. Were you just praying?" I went, "Yes." "Were you?" Messing around. "What? You did it. You know what I mean?" If you're allowed to. He went, "Oh, wow." So I gave Salam, and he returned it. He went, "Oh." And his wife said, she goes, I saw you looking at him when he was praying, and I thought you had a problem with it.
Oh.
And I went, quite the opposite. I was so pleased and proud to be sat next to somebody who loves this faith so much that they would pray on a plane. I just looked and thought, well, isn't that nice?
Yep.
She goes, and then you disappeared, came back, and then you put, and they were like, so, and then I think the next 6 hours just disappeared with us chatting. It was wonderful,
fantastic,
wonderful. And you know what? One of the bits I liked more than anything about the story was that they were lucky enough, in my humble opinion, lucky enough to be born and raised in a Muslim household.
Yep.
But then had drifted a little, shall we say? Had drifted, but then jointly, as a married couple, because they were relatively young compared to me, you know what I mean?
Well, most people are.
Well, yeah, to be fair, half the population of the world.
Yeah.
If you think about statistics, I would imagine. Those policemen are looking younger. But they kind of found the love of their religion. Not just found their religion. The religion had always been there. They'd found a love of their religion. And I thought, do you know what? I love that. I love that. And we hear that so often, don't we?
Yeah.
And I just love it. Oh, brilliant. It's one thing to be Muslim, and that is brilliant.
Yep.
To love being Muslim, to enjoy being Muslim, to be proud of being Muslim, to get on the rooftops if you can and shout about being Muslim.
Yeah.
That is just it's another step, and it's wonderful.
You know, when back in the old days, you see, there are now service stations on the M1 that have a prayer room.
Oh, wow, really?
Yeah. So travel services. Whenever I go to Birmingham, quite frequently,
which is quite a lot.
When I'm coming back up the M1, I always stop off at travel because it's usually a prayer time thereabouts, and I'll go to their prayer room because it's lovely. It's great. It's got wuzu facilities in there.
Oh my goodness, that's amazing.
And space for maybe 20 people to pray in there.
Yeah,
wonderful. Alhamdulillah. But back in the old days, there were no such facilities.
No.
And I still prayed.
Yep.
And where did I pray?
Well, you pray anywhere.
In the car park.
Anywhere. I would pray in a car and feel like, I'll be honest with you, going back a little bit, feel a little bit cheap. I'll just pray in the car. I'll just pray in the car. And you would, in the car park, in the services. Yep. You'll do it. If it's rain, you'll be in the services.
Yep.
In a corner, jacket down.
Yeah.
And do you know what? Brilliant.
Yeah.
Brilliant.
I remember a time when I got out of my car.
Right.
Yeah. And I put my jacket on the floor.
Yep.
And it was Maghrib time.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
And I lifted my hands.
Yeah.
Allahu Akbar.
Yeah.
And folded my arms in front. Yeah. And I started to pray.
Yes. Yeah.
And I could hear footsteps running behind me.
Right. That's a bit unnerving. Yeah.
But I carried on praying.
Yes.
Yeah. And as I got to the end of Fatiha, and I said, Waladalin, Ameen, these footsteps had stopped behind me. And I realised that they were footsteps of two brothers.
Oh,
that
come on!
Joined me for prayer behind me.
Wow!
So I then proceeded to recite aloud.
Wow!
And they'd formed a Jamaat.
Oh, come on!
Behind me for prayer for Maghrib in the car park
beautiful.
Of one of the services. And what a wonderful experience that was.
And
at the end of it, you know, as is always the case, when you've finished your salah, the person leading the prayer will turn around and do some dhikr and do a dua. And it was just brilliant.
Beautiful.
To see two guys there. That had joined in that Jamaat. It was just one of the most memorable experiences of my life.
Yeah.
But when I heard the footsteps coming, and I thought I can't help it. You think bad things. Of course you think bad because of the condition, because of the state of the way that Muslims are perceived.
Yes.
in this country and all the adverse media.
Yes,
that's been put out.
But even if you take it a step back from that, if you're in a corridor and you hear footsteps behind you, the innate response is, it could be bad.
What's coming at me? What's coming at me?
I think Allah's hardwired us to protect ourselves, so it's understandable. Yeah. But you've also got that nagging doubt.
That was a great experience.
Oh, that's lovely.
Alhamdulillah.
That's lovely.
Loved it.
Do you remember when we were? I think we were going down to London one time on the train.
Okay. I remember that one.
Fully suited
straight away. As soon as you start saying
fully suited up.
Yeah.
Fully tweeded up, in fact.
Yes,
looking like two old English gentlemen. Quintessentially British.
Yes.
Bloke's like, let me have a cup of tea and a scone. Scone. And we each put like something in front of us on the table as our little block. And we prayed.
Yep.
Because it was prayer time.
Yep.
We were going down, and the train is moving, so it's not like you can find direction. So you pray in your seat.
Yes.
You know what I mean, we both prayed, and there was a young lady sat across from us.
Yep.
And when we finished praying, I'm chatting to her out of the corner of my eye because she was crying.
She was crying. I know.
And when you're in two minds, do you leave that, or do you say, "Can I help you? Is everything okay?"
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Or do you not intrude? And so I thought, I didn't know which way to go on that. So I thought, I'll not intrude. If she needs any, if she's feeling whatever has happened, if she needs help, we can help her. If not,
if she needs a shoulder, to cry on, then there's four of them here.
Yes,
yeah,
and then about 15, 20 minutes later, we came to what was evidently her stop, and she stood up, gave salam, and left the coach.
Yeah.
And I think she was crying because it was nice to be surrounded by some Muslim
people
who
were
praying.
Yes.
And you just think,
that's nice.
You forget how, it's like I go back to when I was flying to Australia and I landed in, see, it wasn't Dubai, it was some weird place. It's like China or somewhere. I don't know if that's, where did, you have your stopover. I can't remember where the stopover was. 5-hour stopover. And during that time, it was prayer time, and they had a prayer room, and I went to the prayer room, and same thing happened. There was a few people in there, and somebody kind of went, should we do a Jamaat? Yeah, brilliant. Yep. Somebody else led. And it's just that feeling of, I don't know them, I've never met them, I will probably never see them again in my life, but for that 5 minutes, 6 minutes...
You were a collective.
You were collective.
You were together.
You were brotherhood.
You were in unison.
And it's hard to
wonderful.
describe,
it's wonderful. And the thing is that no matter what language people speak, no matter where people are from, no matter, you could be cultures apart, you could be worlds apart in every respect, but as soon as you line up and say Allahu Akbar, you know exactly what's going to happen.
Absolutely.
Because it's the same the world over.
Yeah.
And what a beautifully unifying thing prayer actually is.
Yeah.
And it never ceases to actually make me feel so comfortable and so with a sense of such belonging. When I join forces with other people and other people and we're all praying together. It's an incredible sense of belonging. It's like you're part of a unified force, and it's which is exactly what we are.
Well, yes,
it's called Muslim.
It is.
But I've heard so many people say, "I don't know how you dare pray in a car park."
I know. Yeah.
I don't know how you dare.
Yep.
Dare? I have to pray.
Yeah.
Oh, and it's not.
And let's take it a step further.
I want to do my prayers, please.
And I'm going to put my hand up before you and I started. I need to say going out around the going out. You know what I mean?
Careful.
Before we coupled up, but before we found ourselves working together, I wouldn't necessarily have felt comfortable just chucking my coat down and praying. I wouldn't.
Yep.
You know what I mean? Now. Not an issue. Not an issue.
Just do it.
I'm reminded of when the other time when we were in London and we prayed in Trafalgar Square next to Nelson's Common.
Yeah.
And not just out in the middle. We're not that kind. off to one side. You know what I mean? And
found what we saw to be a relatively quiet
little area. Do you know what I mean?
Found Qibla.
Yeah.
Put our coats down and prayed.
Why not?
Yeah.
And when we were at the NASUWT thing recently,
us.
just went to reception and said, "Excuse me, do you have a little quiet place? It's our prayer time. Do you have a little quiet place in the hotel?"
Yeah.
And they went, "Oh, not a problem. I'll get your room. I'll sort your room. Yeah, no problem. You'll have somewhere to wash if you need to. Because we'll get you in a room. Stuck us, put us in a room. I mean, I just think in so many places." Times are changing. Times are changing.
Yeah. So it used to be the case where perhaps you and a lot of people do say to me, "I don't know how you dare," and I'd feel uncomfortable doing that, and I feel a little bit uneasy, because of the times in which we live.
Absolutely, I get that.
And what I say to them is this: I say that if I can remember far back to being non-Muslim, if I had seen somebody pray, at that time in my life, I'd have kind of quietly wished I could join them.
Yeah, absolutely. I'd have been impressed.
I'd have been saying, "I want. Look at them.
Look at that. That's dedication.
That's brilliant.
Wow.
Whoa.
Wow. Look at
brilliant.
That.
And I would genuinely have thought, I wonder. I should be doing that.
Yeah.
I should be doing that.
Yeah.
I should be doing that. I should be praying. I should be praying.
Yeah.
Like they are. And aren't they dedicated? Aren't they committed to their faith? Aren't they committed to God? Yeah. Aren't they, and aren't they good? Aren't they good doing what they're doing?
Yeah.
And genuinely, that's what a lot of people do actually think.
Yes.
People who are non-Muslim walk past people praying and genuinely think, actually, do you know what?
There's a change there. Yeah, there's a change there.
We should be doing this.
I've gone all tingly. Because it just reminded me of one of the videos that we did. There's some lovely videos online of Jamaats just happening, and there's one in an airport. There was a few in airports as it happened, but they just
one next to the baggage collection.
Next to the baggage collection, it's phenomenal. Yeah. Where you just 4 or 5 people have said, "Well, let's do a Jamaat," and then before you know it, there's 20.
Yeah,
because people have gone, "Yeah, I'm going to join that," and you just think, "Wow."
Yeah.
And then the one that we did recently, where it was in America, and this Jamaat is taking place in an airport, and the security are trying to stop it.
Yes.
And the general non-Muslim members of the public turn on the security services and start chanting, "Let them pray. Let them pray." And I can feel that welling up now. I'm actually getting emotional now because you just think, wow, that's non-Muslims saying, "Hang on a minute, they want to pray. Let them pray."
Yep.
What a so we're and don't get me wrong, there are people out there who are horrible. There are people out there who'll do you down.
Yeah.
But I think they're becoming fewer, and I think the nice people are becoming more.
Yes, they are.
And
what I think is
to
recognise
the fact that you're living in a brilliant world.
To the extent where the nice people out there will turn against the bad people out there and stop them from interfering and stop them from doing anything untoward to you, which is brilliant. So I feel comfortable about praying anywhere.
Yep.
I don't mind where it is.
Me too. Now. I thank you very much indeed.
Alhamdulillah. We're all on a journey.
Yes.
We're all on a journey. And for anybody out there that doesn't perhaps feel comfortable, just time will come.
Yeah.
Time will come. What you need to do is just understand that our only reason for being, the only reason that we were created was in the worship of Allah.
In the worship of Allah.
And that's
the reward that you get.
That's the only purpose. That's it.
Yeah.
So when you get to a stage where when you wake up in a morning and your first thought is, "I want to pray."
Yeah.
I want to pray to Allah, and that's your dominant thought throughout the day.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm here for. So Allah is in the heart of everything that you do.
Yeah.
That is Muslim.
Yes.
That is Islam.
Yep.
That is submission to the will. That is what we're supposed to be doing. And Alhamdulillahi Rabbil Alameen, I love being in that position.
Yeah. Brilliant.
I absolutely love it.
Brilliant.
And I will shout it from the rooftops because I can. And because genuinely I love it.
Love it.
So if you're out there and maybe you do feel a bit uncomfortable, that's fine.
Brilliant.
We all did.
Not brilliant.
We all did.
I completely understand.
We all did.
Yes.
And some of us still do.
Yep.
Some of us don't.
And you might feel uncomfortable because of bad experiences.
Yep.
And and shameful things that may well have happened in the past.
Yes. And if that has happened, you
awful.
have my deepest sympathies, and I wish those things hadn't happened.
Yes. Yeah.
However, that's not the norm.
Yeah.
That's something unfortunate that may have happened, but that's not norm.
Yeah.
That's not the normal response of people. The normal response of people is actually
positive,
to admire what we're doing.
Yes. Yeah.
And to admire our dedication and commitment to prayer.
Yeah.
So, if you've never tried praying outside, maybe if you try it in 2 or 3 people, so you're not wholly on your own, just give it a go one time.
But also, then pray where there isn't anybody, but do it outside.
Yeah.
Pray in a garden.
Yes.
Do you know what I mean? Feeling the grass under your forehead. It's
great.
Extraordinary. It's weird.
I very often pray in my garden at home. I just do. I go outside.
Yeah.
And with the sun on me.
Yeah.
It's a good job prayers are not longer than 5 minutes.
Yes.
With the sun on me for longer than 5 minutes, I'm in deep bother.
You go out as you are, come back in as a bleacher beacon.
Come on.
Lobster
go
man.
Out, human.
Have you been praying?
Lobster.
Pray outside, did you?
Coloured. Anyway.
Dear, look at the time. Oh, right, okay. So we need to move on. So before we do
we have to move on, and we have to, before we move on, do a bit of this.
Absolutely.